My Ministry app allows you to broadcast live to your ministry as well as uploading a library of previous sermons. Your congregation will be able to listen to your sermons, and they are also able to make their weekly tithe through the app. In fact, My Ministry app enables you to take donations in sterling, euros, dollars, and naira. Contact us for an information pack. Call 01206 241 041. Email info@tmhmedia.co.uk. Let's get prepared for the future.
Hi, I'm Kirstie Paul. Thank you for tuning in. Well, today we'll be in conversation with probably one of the most known Caribbean pastors. He hails from the island of Jamaica. He is a kingdom strategist, a great motivator, and a business coach who has preached all around the world. Let me introduce you to the business bishop, Bishop Wayne Malcolm. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Kirstie. That was a very warm introduction. Thank you.
Lovely, lovely. So tell me, why are you called the business bishop?
Yeah, well, I started my professional life at the ripe age of 18 in financial services. I was given an opportunity to join an organization that sold financial products like insurance and pensions and mortgages and investments, etc. They didn't require any previous knowledge because they would train us from scratch. And so I entered that world, and within a few years I was doing exceptionally well. I enjoyed being self-employed, an independent entrepreneur in charge of my own time. And I was making considerably more than other 18-year-olds at the time. But more than the money we made, it was the experience of learning the new skills and the disciplines of being self-employed and, organizing your own time and setting goals and all of that. And so when I went into the ministry at the ripe age of 21, I entered the ministry at 21. I actually took a lot of that learning with me. I came into the ministry with a healthy respect for entrepreneurs. I had read so many biographies by that time, attended so many seminars, and sat through so much training. I just thought, these people are amazing, they are remarkable. So we've always had an emphasis on supporting people in business. And of course, as that went on, I eventually began writing books about business, about professional life, and about its relationship to the Christian faith. And one of my pastor friends one day introduced me to speak at his conference, and he said, "This is the business bishop." Well, I like that. So it sort of stuck, each time he introduced me, he said, "He's the business bishop." And I said, all right, that's probably what I am.
You took the name and you ran with it.
I took it and I ran. It was really good.
Oh, awesome. Tell me how you took the work ethic from your business life and you developed a church with that.
Yes, so actually I took the work ethic from my professional life into the ministry, and our church grew quite rapidly as a result. So succinctly, how it worked was this: when I was a financial consultant, the goal was to sell the products, but we figured out that only 1 in 4 presentations would result in a sale. And so this was the formula. If I wanted 10 sales, I had to make 40 presentations. But then we figured out that for someone to agree for me to make a presentation, there was a little formula there. I had to speak to 10 people in order to get one person to agree to have a presentation. So at the beginning of each month, I pretty much knew, I set the goals, I knew how many sales I wanted to make, I therefore knew how many presentations I needed to make, and I therefore knew how many people I needed to talk to that month. Well, when I started the church, I had the same sort of idea, which was, well, we want to grow by at least 10 new members this month, and therefore we're going to have to make X amount of presentations, and in order to get those presentations we need to speak to X amount of people. And so I was quite meticulous when it came to evangelism. It wasn't haphazard. It was mapped out. We developed a presentation that we called a home Bible study, and the goal was to get people to agree for us to come into their home and teach them the Bible. And that worked. And so within a few short years, within our denomination, we were like the fastest growing church.
That is awesome. I was laughing because, like I told you before, I've been to churches and our main aim was just to go out, evangelize whoever we get, whatever we get, we come back and but you are more in detailed with how it's done. And I find this very interesting. One of your visions is to encourage believers in key places in social areas of life. So tell me what fuel that passion of yours?
Yeah, well, it sort of came out of a Bible study. I begin to notice how many of our faith heroes and biblical characters actually served God from professional platforms. I begin to notice that most of our faith heroes were not preachers, but that they did serve God and advance his kingdom and his cause from their professional platforms. So, for example, Joseph in Egypt was not preaching to the Pharaoh or to the Egyptians per se. He was hired as a consultant to advise the king on how they might survive a national crisis. And through his consultancy, he not only got the kingdom through the crisis, but implemented a system. So he developed, he devised, he implemented, and he managed a system that made Egypt even richer as a result of the crisis than they were before. So that's professional. And I'm thinking, wow, this person has used a professional skill set and a professional platform to significantly advance the kingdom of God and significantly impact the whole story of redemption, because it was through his work that his family migrated to Egypt, grew in numbers, and became a nation. So I began to notice that there were many other characters in the Bible who were serving God from professional platforms, and that started me off on a search. My first search was to go to the Christian bookshop and see if I could find any books about your working life, the workplace, and how a Christian can get on at work, or perhaps even use work as a way of glorifying God. Couldn't find anything. I couldn't find anything. I found books about prayer and about fasting and about worship and about devotion and about demons and about I couldn't find nothing about work. And I thought, that's weird, because most of us will spend most of our adult life at work. I think of it as the critical third. So if you look at a person's life, if you look at 24 hours in an average day, you may spend 8 hours sleeping, you may spend 8 hours working, and then you squeeze everything else into the other 8 hours. For most people, it's not just 8 hours working, it's the time to get ready, to commute, to get to work, to get back home. So the lion's share of your day is work related. And I thought to myself, well, if that's a third, it's estimated that you'll spend a third of your entire life at work. And I thought, well, that's the critical third, because that's the third that's going to, define your role and your contribution in society. People will think of you in terms of what you do. Like, you meet someone, like the very next question after what's your name is, what do you do? It's that third of your life that's going to determine your level of influence in society. And it's that third of your life that will secure generational legacy. So I'm thinking, there's no way that such a huge chunk of a person's life would be omitted from the Bible. And that got me searching for all the work-related advice, all the business-related advice, all the professional counsel that's in the Bible. And that's when we began teaching seminars and writing books and creating products, audio and video products that believers could consume to enrich their working life.
Oh, that is fantastic, because nowadays I would just want to put my input. I realize that we go to church, but we neglect that side that you're talking about, which is the critical third, like you were saying. I really do believe that. In the African Caribbean community, you are well known as the business coach. Tell me some of the courses that you have developed over the period of time.
Yeah, so we have for many years developed courses that are skills based. Now, there are technical skills, there are personal skills, and interpersonal skills. So but the technical skill side is that we offer quite an advanced introduction to entrepreneurship. All the things I wish I knew before I went into business, that significantly give a person an advantage whatever business they go into. And then there are particular areas of industry that I am personally passionate about, and it's the influence industry. It's coaching, it's public speaking, it's book publishing and marketing. It's about getting your message, whether your message is based on your life experience or a skill that you have, how to package that and promote that globally. So we have courses about professional coaching, professional speaking, and all that goes with it.
Yeah.
Additionally, there are softer skills related courses, like speed learning. How can you double and triple your reading speed? How can you boost your memory? Okay, yeah, we have courses on this. Fascinating stuff. We look at emotional intelligence as a really important subject. So we have courses on emotional intelligence. We have courses on relational skills, a variety of relational skills, such as communication, building rapport, winning friends and influencing people, because these are the skills that will make a difference in the marketplace. There's been an overemphasis on qualifications, but if you surveyed the marketplace, accurately, you'll find that many of the people in the highest positions never qualified academically for that. The qualities they brought to the company, the personal qualities they brought to the company, earmarked them for promotion and for progress. Likewise, many of our leading entrepreneurs in the world today actually fell out of school. Now, I'm a big advocate for education, so I don't want it to sound like I'm knocking education. But many people who will emerge from university eminently qualified are going to end up working for someone who doesn't have a degree. Wow. That's the reality that we're dealing with. So I realize there is a skill set that is not taught in the system. And we've tried to plug that gap in terms of developing the entrepreneurial mind and entrepreneurial senses, so that you see opportunities in the marketplace that other people don't. You can interpret conversations that you're hearing, even news headlines. We've done courses on how to read the news as an entrepreneur. So we got lots and lots and lots of courses and tons of material that we have developed over 20 years now. And thankfully, every single piece of it was recorded. Every single course we've ever done has been recorded. We have video, we have audio, we have manuals, a mountain of manuals. And I'm kind of pleased to say that it's all now available for the very first time.
Oh, that is fantastic. And what I realize is that you have a course for people of all walks of life, whether you don't have the capacity to remember, you don't have the capacity to read that well, you have it all in store. Yeah,
because we learned, there's something called the science of learning. So a lot of research has been done around how we learn things. And what we found is that each person has a preferred learning style. Some people prefer to read, and some people prefer to watch, and some people prefer to listen. So we try to make our material available in different learning styles so that people can digest and consume the information. Because I don't believe in learning for learning's sake. I think that you learn something in order to do something better or different. So if I'm going to do a speed learning course, I don't want a certificate that says I did a speed learning course. I want to know that I'm going through those books quickly and I'm actually learning stuff fast. That's the real prize with learning, is your increased capacity to win and your ability to do things better or differently than before.
Wow, that is fantastic. So tell me, as you are a business coach, tell me, why would someone need a business coach when there are alternatives, like you were saying, there's resources like books and all of this. Tell me, why would someone?
That's a very good question. And I would say that the coaching industry, the professional coaching industry, in terms of performance, life, and business, because there's kind of three types of coach. You get a life coach, will help you with life transitions and changes. You get a performance coach that will help you reach your targets. You get a business coach that will help you with your business. That all emerged from sporting. Okay, so we know that in the world of sports, people who are serious about winning employ coaches. Okay. And people who are not serious about winning, they go it alone and they lose. Okay?
Yeah,
it's biblically, it's the one shall chase 1,000, but two will put 10,000 to flight. It's the power of that other mind that becomes mental chemistry that your mind and their mind together will find solutions that you wouldn't have found by yourself. And also, a business coach is a great sounding board and allows you to talk through your ideas in a way that you hear them for the first time. Because when things are jumbled up in your mind, you don't really hear them until you speak them out to a trusted advisor, and you can straight away see, actually, no, that's a bad idea. The best thing is to do this. So that's the wonder of business coaching.
Oh.
Save you a lot of time and money.
You said it saves you money.
Yes, it saves you money, because the cost of a mistake can be very, very high, especially a mistake that could have been avoided with a bit of advice.
Okay, which is really true. I do agree. Bishop, the business bishop, is also known as the motivator. Yeah, what made you specialize in becoming a motivational speaker?
Well, again, it was my experience as being self-employed at a young age.
Okay.
Because when you have a job, you don't actually need to be motivated. You need to be afraid of being fired. And this gets you up in the morning. Right?
Your natural motivation.
This gets you on the train, in the car, in the office, on time, to clock in and to stay till 5 o'clock when you clock out.
Yeah.
But when you're self-employed, there's no one saying get up, go to work, put in the hours. You have to be motivated. And so people who are entrepreneurs tend to consume a lot of motivational material, because if you're not driving yourself, no one else is driving you.
Yeah.
And you have to be driven. And so, I tend to work with people who require that additional motivation. And that's why I think motivational speaking and teaching is a good idea.
Oh, that is fantastic. The business bishop. I understood that you and Stuart Freeman, alongside Pritesh Jani, have been working tirelessly to develop this state-of-an-art app.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about it?
Absolutely.
Yes.
So glad you asked. The app is available on all the platforms, Android and Apple, right now, and it's called iGlobal Network. It's iGlobal Network. And what the app does is it allows you to access a huge library of training resources on almost all the subjects that I discussed with you today. We've collated years of training material, organized it in such a way that you can search for it easily and find anything we've taught on that subject over the last 10 years. And it's not just my content, but I'm also in great relationships with some of the great teachers and trainers and coaches and mentors of our day. And so more and more training resources are constantly being added to it. So that actually, if you're serious about winning in life and business, and you seriously understand that actually, in order to win, you have to increase your capacity. That's why athletes are working out, training, working their strategy, and because you have to increase your capacity. You have to be serious about personal development. A lot of people who say they're serious about success are not, because you are only as serious as you are committed to personal development. So if a believer is serious about winning at work, whatever that means for them, winning in business, increasing their influence in an existing organization, rising through the ranks, climbing the corporate ladder, or simply birthing a business that impacts the marketplace, then we have made available through the app years of content on virtually any subject.
Wow. In one place.
In one place.
Wow.
And you can download the app, sign up, and subscribe for as long as you want. Now, there is a small cost on the subscriptions, but you can take out a 7-day subscription if you just want to dig into a particular thing.
Yeah.
And have access to the library for 7 days. Most of the people in our network are just on a monthly rolling subscription because they seriously want to grow their capacity to achieve success. And so this app is a breakthrough. It's a wonder. And even though I created it with our friends, I'm on it all the time. I got to put the phone down if I'm driving. Just hide the phone because I'll want to pop in and just go over stuff. It's really good.
Wow. How long did it take you all to get this app up and running?
Well, I'd say the concept has been with me for several years.
Okay.
The capacity to deliver it has been with Pritesh for several years. And the amazing bridge building gift of Stuart has just made it possible for us to move from concept to completion in a few months.
Wow.
Obviously, it's a work in progress in the sense that we're still adding archives of material to it. And so we think that each month there's just lots and lots of new things that come up in the app.
Oh, wow. I know you talked about years and years of information is all in that one place. How convenient is it for you on the other side? I know it's convenient for those your aspiring clients, but how convenient is for you to have all your information just in one?
It's super convenient because the app has lots of features. So, for example, if you were interested in a particular subject or particular subject, suppose you wanted to look at speed learning, you thought, wow, I've heard him talk about speed learning, that I can triple or quadruple my reading speed and boost my memory to all infinity. We do get people remembering things that they never thought they could remember within minutes.
Wow.
And it's all technique, right?
Yeah.
So suppose you wanted to do that. You can run a search and then simply like all the things that you want to later on study, and it will build your own library, your own personal library within the app. Likewise, suppose we have a small group of people that are studying public speaking, and we wanted to get to them some additional resources that are not available to the general public because maybe it's part of their course. Well, they'll see things in their app that other people won't because it exists on levels.
Okay, I guess.
And there is another exciting feature about the app that I'm going to share with you if we've got time. If you're interested, are you interested?
Yes. I am about to download this app after this.
Okay, so the other exciting feature, again, I am the business bishop. I am a professional business coach who's worked with companies small and great, some that are huge. And so the app comes with a business opportunity.
Oh.
That's right. So you can actually, we'll show you a way using the app to generate an additional stream of income as an official distributor of our products and services. And so you can sign up as a user or you can sign up as a partner. You sign up as a partner, then we make available a ton of business training for home-based business owners and then give you additional tools so that you can actually begin to build your own network within the iGlobal network and generate an income stream. So it's a very exciting project.
Wow. As we would say in the Caribbean, 2 for the price of 1. This is so fantastic. Thank you so much for being here and explaining to us about this new app, the iGlobal Network app. Thank you so much. Thank you, viewers, for tuning in. You've heard it from the business bishop himself. See you soon.
My Ministry app allows you to broadcast live to your ministry as well as uploading a library of previous sermons. Your congregation will be able to listen to your sermons and they are also able to make their weekly tithe through the app. In fact, My Ministry app enables you to take donations in sterling, euros, dollars, and naira. Contact us for an information pack. Call 01206 241 041. Email info@tmhmedia.co.uk. Let's get prepared for the future.